Well, Thanksgiving marks one of the biggest cooking holidays of the year as families gather on the table to share a meal together. Ada Pariser with Holland Hospital Primary Care Hudsonville is joining us to share some simple and practical tips to prevent holiday injuries and illnesses.
Yeah, Ada, thanks for being with us. I, for one, don't mind that we're about to head into this big holiday with the food being kind of a centerpiece, but there are people every year that get sick because people don't do the right thing in the kitchen. What are the mistakes that you see people doing repeatedly?
Yeah, thank you all so much for having me. It's a great opportunity to talk about ways that we can stay safe and healthy going into such a joyous occasion. This time of year around Thanksgiving, we definitely do see an uptick in some injuries associated with being in the kitchen. There's lots of hazards that live in our kitchens, and when we get so many people together and we're cooking such a large volume of food, we can see things like cuts from kitchen knives or sharp objects in the kitchen, burns, those kinds of things do have an uptick.
Okay, so what are some tips that prevent common holiday mishaps? I know you have a bunch of tips.
Yeah. Absolutely. So one tip that I want to give you is that if you are cooking something hot on the stovetop, we want to emphasize that you should stand by your pan. So if you have something that is cooking on top of your stove, please do not leave it unattended. We know that young hands can reach up and grab things off those stove tops. We know that things can boil over very quickly, and we want you to be able to respond to those things quickly and hopefully prevent them from happening in the first place.
Yeah, one of the things that I always think about, and I've unfortunately experienced this, you worry about sharp objects and knives, but
Yes.
I think dull knives are almost more dangerous because you've got to put so much pressure behind them. And sometimes that can lead to a problem. But here is a big question. I mean, I know what to do with the leftovers, but
Yeah.
how long can you keep them, and how is it best to prepare them or to keep them stored?
Yes, great question. So we do not want your food sitting out for more than 2 hours. We want all food that you cook, that you have sitting out over your Thanksgiving table, to be in a container in the refrigerator by that 2-hour mark. It's actually best to use smaller, shallower containers when you're storing your food because we know that those will cool down quicker in the fridge. And then when you go to heat up your leftovers, make sure that, similar to how when you're cooking your turkey in the first place, those leftovers reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees when you heat them up again.
Awesome, very helpful.
Yeah, and how long is it, I mean, how long should you hang on to that turkey?
Yeah, good question. We really don't want you hanging on to the turkey for more than about 4 days. A good rule of thumb is the Monday after Thanksgiving. New week, we should go ahead and toss out the Thanksgiving leftovers and move on to something else.
That's good advice. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ada, for being with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.